welcome to the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by the Difference Media LLC. Today's show is hosted by the creator of the North Texas Community Difference series, Lendon Wilson, and co-hosted by Knapp with Norwex, environmentally friendly and chemical-free cleaning products, and Marissa Page with Page Restoration. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our co-host and their guests share thoughts and insights about being a professional and the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in a very special way. Because the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the North Texas Community Difference. Happy 7/11. It's going to be a lucky day. I feel it. Back again for, I believe this is our 18th show. So we started around May the 1st. We're doing 8 shows a month. And so far, let me see if I can pull this up. And by the way, I just want to tell everybody real quick, as the host and also producer, many times I'm looking at different screens. So it's not that I've checked out. I'm just making sure that we're getting all the things up on the screen that we need to. So if you're looking at the scroll down at the bottom, we're really excited about this. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie first show, or the fastest show to ever reach 50,000 viewers. And we did that in about 6.5 weeks. So the reason we did that, we have some outstanding co-hosts. They're all part of the Master Networks community. If you don't know what Master Networks is, it's a networking community for business owners and professionals. We meet on Thursdays at 9 o'clock in Wylie. It's one of the most dynamic groups that I've ever been a part of. I've been networking for over 30 years. This is, Wylie's got that small town feel. This group has got a family atmosphere and family feel to it. It's amazing. A lot of fun, a lot of personalities and characters in our group. If you're looking for a place to come and get to know other professionals and really expand your network, I really encourage you to come and meet us at the Wylie chapter on Thursdays. We'll give more information about that later. But I want to welcome in now Marissa Page and Knapp, our co-hosts for the second Tuesday event that we have each and every month. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Good morning.
Thank you.
All right. So, 50,000. What do y'all think about that?
I think it's cool. Exciting.
We're Wylie. I mean,
you expected it, didn't you? You kind of expected, and that's what's so cool, because it is like a small town. It's not a small town, but it's like a small town. And the people really have such a good connection, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a professional, whether you're an entrepreneur, or whether you're a resident. There's just this, atmosphere of love and support for the community and all the people that are doing awesome things in the community. I don't know if anybody came a couple of weeks ago to Bluegrass on Ballard, but it was 285 degrees out there, and there was just so many people around, all just enjoying themselves. I mean, it was hot, and you would go down the street and you'd walk in, because my wife's like, I've got to step into a business. Of course, she always stepped into those boutiques, right? It was never, the guy shop. It was always the boutiques. But every time we went in, they offered us cold water. And, I'm like, okay, how much I owe you for that? Nope, it's free. Just enjoy yourself. And the professionals in this community are amazing. So we want to take a minute now, because we're going to have the What's Up Wylie segment here in a few minutes. But first, I'm going to let Marley go first. I want you ladies to tell everybody who you are and what business you own and run, and a little bit about that business. So Marley, you're up.
All right. Well, like you said, I'm Marley, and I have been a independent consultant with Norwex for the last 5 years. Our mission is to educate and encourage people to clean sustainably and without chemicals in their homes. By doing so, you can see a major impact in various areas of your life. You can save time, money, and have an impact on your health by reducing those toxins. And so I look to partner with people who are working to change their homes, and um, by doing just that. And I do a lot of online events. I do in-person events and um, special events, things like that. Just getting to know each person individually and kind of see what needs they have on per person basis, based on their experience in their homes, whatever might be that trouble spot that you hate to clean, or hard water, things like that. I have lots of different solutions, and I'm always happy to help.
Awesome. All right, Marissa, let's talk a little bit about you and your business now.
Yes. Okay. So my name is Marissa Page. I own Page Restoration. We're located here in Wylie. My husband and I both own it together, and we both fully operate it. So we specialize in water damage in your home or business, mold remediation. We're licensed through the state, fully insured. We hold our triple master certification with the IICRC. That's just fancy terms for we know so much. My husband's been through extensive training. Not a lot of people know what the IICRC is. I just call it the Bible of restoration. So we work with your insurance directly. We'll meet with your adjuster on site, make sure you're taken care of. We advocate for our customers. That's a big thing right now. Not a lot of people know the ins and outs of water damages and when it comes to your insurance. And so we really try to start by in the office when we get the first call. We educate you, tell you what to expect each step of the way. And then when my guys are on site, we will walk you through that process. Do we think it's claim worthy? Do we not? How can we help you? How can we get you going? We have a network of people. So if they need plumbers, HVAC, whatever it may be, I get them in touch with them as well. But we really try to change the environment of restoration. There's a lot of bigger companies out there, and it's just a transactional thing. We're a very relational type of company. We're in your home at minimum 3 days. Sometimes we're with you for 8+ months. So,
Wow.
yeah, so we really enjoy what we do. Our technicians are amazing, and we're always here to help everybody.
That's awesome. I want to talk to y'all both a little bit about how you got started in what you're doing. But, with you, Marissa, I mean, I've shared the story before. I had a water heater burst on wooden floors, and it was a nightmare. I mean, there's a lot of stressful situations you go through as an adult, but when you have something like that probably might be a once in a lifetime catastrophe, right? We hope. We hope that it's not ever, but if it's going to happen, please only happen once. So it's not something that anybody's familiar with. And so the stress that I bet y'all walk into with these families and everything like that, because sometimes you're displaced, right? Now you can't live there while everybody's working on it. There's just so much to do. Talk a little bit about that, because I think that it is important. And that's why, we promote small businesses so much. It's nothing wrong with bigger businesses, but we promote small businesses because one of the things that's so important to us, and it's a necessity, is for us to have that good relationship with each and every customer. Right.
Yeah.
So talk about that and why that's so important, especially in such a stressful situation, to know that I've got someone that not only knows what they're doing, but is going to help my anxiety levels.
Yeah. So I thankfully have never experienced water damage, knock on wood. But we train all of our technicians to take care of everybody like it's their house. So that's why when the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. That's our slogan. So if we go in and it's a big loss like that and it's going to displace you, our mitigation is just to get the moisture out, get the damaged materials out of the house at minimal. And then once that process is done, we are going to walk you through the steps of, all right, let's get with your adjuster. Let's get your ALE established, which is, you go stay in an Airbnb, a hotel, whatever it may be. And then we get them into contact with the right person to get those repairs and everything going, estimates and all of that approved and pushed through. The process is never easy. And so I always make myself available and my technicians available to go and meet with the homeowner to, blue tape this. All of this is going with me to my rental property. The rest of it you can take to storage. And then we even will move you into your rental and get you situated there so we can hit the ground running in your home. So it's never easy. And as much as I try to explain to all of our customers, hey, no big deal, we've got you, because we have been through it thousands of times on this end, we haven't been through it on their end. So we always empathize with everybody. And I get customers who are, hey, no big deal. It is what it is. It's going to get fixed. Those are few and far between, but there's a lot where they're, up in arms. They're really upset. They're mad. They're angry. How could this happen? This is my home. I just had floors put in last month. That I have a job like that right now. They just had brand new floors put in last month. So she's really upset about it, but I think it's just being a listening ear and offering that solution. I've got a solution for every single thing. And we just try to help anywhere and everywhere we possibly can to ease that pain, really.
Right. Well, Marley, talk a little bit about how you got started with Norwex. What led you to this career path?
So for me, I've always had, well, not always, but I have a special opportunity to be able to work at home. And with young kiddos and growing kiddos, I have 3 girls. They wear a lot of shoes. But I think for me, I was just looking for a way to connect with community and build relationships with people, because I felt sort of isolated at home. And it's given me a social outlet for sure, but it's also a little bit of extra income to take care of those things. One story that I like to tell, it's kind of funny. A couple years back, myself and all 3 girls needed new shoes. My feet grew when I was pregnant with my 3rd. And so it took me a bit to remember to buy the next size up. And so all of us needed new shoes, and we went to Ross and bought like 15 pairs of shoes. And I was so proud because my extra income that I make through my business had paid for that. And it wasn't even terribly expensive because it was a bargain shop at Ross, but it was like $120 or something. And we got 15 pairs of shoes. I was so excited. So just being able to afford those extra things that sometimes make your budget tight as a family, and being able to pitch in and take care of my kiddos and provide them the things that I want them to be able to have, to experience. Right now I pay for music lessons for my kiddos, and I don't have to stress about buying laundry detergent out of my family's grocery budget because I get it through my business. And so those kinds of things make a difference, especially in a tough economy and when you have a growing family and a budget. And so that's kind of where it started. And then I just fell in love so much with helping other people do the same kinds of things for their family, or even by removing toxins, improving their health. I have one team member who she was dependent on a nebulizer 3 times a day, and reduced her asthma symptoms so significantly by using the Norwex products to clean, that she is now not dependent on that and only uses it as a rescue when needed. And so just being able to see the impact that you can have on other people's lives by serving them, by sharing things that you're passionate about, improving the environment by not buying paper towels and all of those things. It's been an incredible experience. One of the best things I've done for myself ever, professionally and personally, just the growth I've had. And so I love it, and I don't see myself ever stopping. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, ladies, we've got just a few minutes left before our first commercial break, and we're going to do our segment.
What's up, Wylie?
So this is where, if it's your first time tuning in, this is where our co-host talk about some things that are going on in the Wylie community or somewhere around Wylie, Saxe. We call it kind of the triangle, the Saxe, Wylie, Murphy area. But we want the residents to know, the viewers to know, people maybe outside of the little triangle that we have, what's going on around here. So there's some amazing things going on. So who wants to start with that? We'll do that just for a couple of minutes, and we'll do our break, and then we'll come back to y'all's guests.
Yeah, so I'm going to take this one today. We are excited about an event going on downtown this Sunday at the winery. There's a group of us who are putting on an event for women to come and shop and meet each other and network. And so it's myself and several of the other ladies from our group, along with multiple vendors. I think there's like 20 or 25 vendors. And I can get the link for you guys to post in just a minute, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's always fun to shop downtown Wylie. Like what Lendon mentioned at the beginning of the show, all of the business owners there on this strip are really friendly and just super helpful and excited to see you when you come in. We kind of feel like maybe there's a little bit of a lull this week in Wylie. We just came off of Bluegrass on Ballard, like you mentioned, and we're heading into back to school season. I know the Wylie ISD Foundation does a big event, and I'm excited today because my guest today is here to share with us about her back to school event, and she's over at Five Loaves Pantry in Saxe. So they're working on that this Monday, or not this Monday, this month. And they have a big event coming up that they're raising funds to do backpacks and school supplies for a large group of kids. I can't remember. Audrey gave me a number, but we'll ask her when she comes on. But those kinds of things are coming up in the next few weeks. There's not much else at the moment, but always fun to be in Wylie and shop downtown and local.
Okay. Well, we do have that link. I'm going to post that as soon as we get back from our commercial, but we're going to take a commercial break real quick, and we will be back in just a few.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Juan Payon and JP Direct Health, providing affordable health insurance solutions as a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Lendon Wilson and Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex. Here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life. Cordell Reynolds with Platinum Eagle Mortgage. Your mortgage journey starts here. Marley Knapp with Norwex, chemical-free, sustainable solutions for your home. And by Terra Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference. And now back to the show.
All right, we are back. I'm going to put up on screen real quick. It's also in the comments. So this was a little bit about What's Up, Wylie. This is what Marley was talking about, the Sunday Fun Day Girls Day, charcuterie. I said that right, didn't I?
You did. Good job.
Wine, shopping, and more. That is a hard word for me to say. That's my Worcestershire word right there. So, anyway, there's the link. If you're watching, you want to know more about it, just click on that link in the comments. That'll take you directly to it. And so, all right. So now, as we do each and every week, co-hosts get to bring on their guest. And it's usually someone within the Wylie community or surrounding community, sometimes not. But we do try to stay local as much as we can. And we've got two of those now. I'm going to let you ladies introduce your guest. I'm going to let Marissa go first on this one. Marissa, you'll introduce Ryan. Marley, you'll introduce Audrey, and then we'll bring them both on at the same time.
Perfect. So today my guest is Ryan. He's the CEO and owner of Herman Marshall Distillery right here in downtown Wylie. So Ryan grew up in Plano, graduated from Plano East, and has been with his high school sweetheart since junior year. So after graduating with his MBA from Oklahoma State, he started his big pharma consulting, then onto fractional CFO consulting for small businesses and healthcare practices in Texas and Oklahoma. This made for natural progression into the whiskey business. So I'm excited to have him on today. I'm super excited to hear about it. Everybody raves about Herman Marshall.
All right. And Marley, let's talk a little bit about yours.
Yeah, so today I have Audrey Wallace coming on the show with me. She is the point person for the Five Loaves Food Pantry in Saxe. And that is an incredible service to our community and the surrounding areas. She partners with the North Texas Food Bank and has been doing that for, I think she said 8 years. She has lived in Wylie and in Saxe and surrounding area for over 30 years and just found an opportunity, kind of fell into her lap to start serving through her church. And then it kind of expanded and grew. And they began Five Loaves Pantry, which now has multiple sources for families in need, clothing, food. They are working to get going on a new project that will include some other services like health benefits and things so where families in need can come and be filled and enriched and go home with what they need.
Awesome. Well, we want to welcome Audrey and Ryan now to the show. Welcome.
Thank
Wait,
you.
what do you got there, Ryan?
Oh, sorry. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
No, don't apologize. You're just not sharing with the rest of us. I mean, oh, there we go.
Y'all have morning coffee. Over here we have our morning taster. So
I have my water.
Yeah.
You just think it's coffee. No.
Awesome. Well, again, welcome to the show, Audrey and Ryan. Excited to have you on. Excited for both of you to talk a little bit about what's going on with you and the businesses that you run and support, and how you got there, and then also, what the folks in Wylie and surrounding areas need to know about it. So, Ryan, we always let the ladies go first. Sorry, man, but we're going to let Audrey go first. Audrey, tell us a little bit about Five Loaves Ministry and how you got started with that.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And Ryan, I don't think that it's an accident that we're on here together. We've been trying to connect and do a partnership for a little while. So that's pretty cool. We are a faith-based organization that supports the surrounding area and to meet their needs, to give them hope and to guide them. We started in 2015. And I started out just delivering food to families in need just right here in the area in Saxe that called the church here that we are on their land, the North Point Church of Christ. And it grew and went really, really fast. We were able to, a couple of years ago, receive a grant because we are actually split here. Part of us, half of us in Collin County and the other half is in Dallas County. And we serve all the surrounding areas. And so I'm very tied to Wylie and Garland both, and here in Saxe. And so, and we serve everywhere. We don't just serve a certain zip code. So we have people from Dallas and Rockwall and you name it, and we've had it. The people that come. So when we started out, delivering food, and then we grew into running that pantry inside, and then of course COVID hit and we had to go outside serving the people. And we received a grant from the city of Wylie and the city of Saxe, and we were able to add on a new facility, which is totally a big, huge warehouse back behind where we run the pantry. And then the house that we work out of now serves as the ministry house for the rest of the programs that we serve. We are a diaper bank. We do diapers, baby formula, wipes. We also have clothing closet. We have a healthcare clinic that comes. It's another nonprofit that's run by His Gracious Hands, Tony and Barbara Jacinto, and they meet here on Thursday evenings. So we have a room for them. We also have special needs students that come and learn life skills from both Wylie ISD, Garland ISD, and then we have adult division that comes from Plano, actually, and come over here and they learn life skills. And so one of the things that they do is they learn to grind and bag our coffee. And so we have coffee with a purpose. and we're able to sell that to put the funds back into the pantry. We also have a pet pantry. So we have, if you can't feed your families right now, you may not be able to feed your pet either, and most people have pets. So we have quite a few ministries, but our newest one is the Beacon of Hope. And what it allows is to walk alongside these families that are maybe struggling, that are homeless perhaps, or about to be homeless, and to guide them. We work with other churches, other programs, other places to help provide, to get them back on their feet and walk. It could be they just need assistance to find a place to live, or it could mean they need help to provide that rental assistance for a while until they can get a better job to provide for their family. And it could just mean that they just need somebody to help, do the extra things that they can't until they can get back on their feet. We just help them and provide them with hope and let them know that they are loved. And it doesn't happen to, it couldn't be just, you could just be struggling. I mean, the prices of food these days are astronomical. Families that are barely making ends meet, and maybe they're just looking for a job. Sometimes we try to guide them to a better paying job to help them, combat that,
You're right.
what they're
Well,
missing.
y'all got a lot going on, that's for sure.
We do.
We're gonna talk more about that. Now we're gonna go over to Ryan. The lucky guy there sitting there, he gets to taste whiskey every morning for breakfast. That's kind of cool.
I don't know. When it mixes with your toothpaste, it's kind of a weird taste.
I bet it is. Well, you can either come up with some whiskey flavored toothpaste. That can be an extra sale.
Brilliant. I'm going to write that down. That's good.
Well, Ryan, thank you for being on the show. And I know that Herman Marshall is right downtown. But tell everybody a little bit about it that may not know what Herman Marshall is all about and how you got involved.
Yeah. So Herman Marshall started back in 2010. It was a guy named Herman Beckley and Marshall Lewis that started. It's a funny story. They sat at a coffee shop. It was a Starbucks downtown, and then one thing led to another, and they owned a distillery together. So they started. They were the fourth distillery. We ended up. There was some sarcasm built into my little life story that Marissa read. Sorry, Marissa. But going from all the different consulting and everything, and to where I had a buddy give me a shout and said, "Hey, you want to buy a distillery?" And I was like, "Absolutely. Which one?" And then we ended up buying Herman Marshall. It was down in Garland. It had been down in Garland since 2010. We officially bought it in 21. And we were looking around at different cities. And now, granted, it is nice. I have a 7-minute drive to get here to Wylie, but we had quite a few other sites and quite a few other EDCs that were really pushing to bring us into their community, because we are at least a regional draw, if not national, whenever it's coming and you're going to the Texas Whiskey Trail. But we ended up grabbing, a spot over there. I don't know if everybody knows where Napoli's is over there off of 78, but I always like to give them a shout out, because it's like, go find Napoli's, go to the back of the parking lot. We got the 3 acres back there. And so that's where our real distillery is. That's where, we are making bourbon, whiskey, doing the vodkas, doing the gins, doing everything back there. And then this lovely gym downtown fell into our laps at the end of last year, and it has been an absolute great just experience. I never knew that we would have, we call it a tasting room, but I mean, essentially it's a bar that you can come hang out, lounge, chill. A lot of people during the day, they come bring their laptops out and start working, and they don't even have to have a drink. It's like, here's a Red Bull, have fun. We're just a place that we wanted to make it nice for people to come hang out. So aside from being downtown and having the distillery, we also have about 5 to 6 salespeople across the state of Texas and Oklahoma, and we're about to open up distribution in about 5 more states here this summer. So really doing a lot of growth, but it's starting all right here in Wylie.
Well, that's really exciting. It's time for us to take our second break. But when we come back, I want you to finish up a little bit, Ryan. And then we had a comment for Audrey. I don't know if you got to see it, Audrey, so you'll be prepared for that. But when we come back, we're going to talk about that too. Going to talk to y'all just a little bit briefly when we come back, and then we're going to get into our topic, which will lead into more questions. But everybody stick around. We'll be right back.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, we are back. I want to thank our sponsors, obviously, for making this possible. And then our guests as well. We want to thank Ryan and Audrey for being here. Audrey, I'm going to bring you up real quick because we did have a comment for you. Julian, who has been on our show before, welcome, Julian, wants to know what items that you guys need for the pantry.
Well, we always are in need of breakfast items, but we get plenty of peanut butter, but we don't get jelly. And so unless the jelly is donated or we purchase that, we always need jelly and always need breakfast items like cereal bars, Pop-Tarts, pancake mix, pancake syrup, anything like that. Right now we could use soup, canned ravioli, things like that that have pop lids that kids can open up because they're at home in the summertime, and sometimes their parents are working or they're working from home and they don't have time to fix them something. Ramen is always good. It's not healthy, but it fills the belly.
Awesome. Well, thank you. All right, Ryan, we're going to bring you back up a little bit. I have one question for you, and then we're going to get into our topic of the day. You shared your story about moving to Wylie and where you're located over by Naples. And by the way, we had Gino on not long ago, and Gino's a great guy. If you're touting Naples, you know Gino. He's so cool. Here's the question I want, because you're downtown, right? You're right in the middle of it all. We've talked about how amazing the people are. Talk about your neighbors. What's it like to be a business owner downtown with all those incredible businesses around you? Excuse me.
You know, I think you said it perfectly. It's like, it feels like a small town. You know, I don't know the exact number. I think we're like 50, 60,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, but it still has that small town, downtown feeling when you're down here. I mean, actually one of my guys is right now currently sitting over at the downtown merchants meeting which happens, once a month and occasionally more. And so they're actually across the street talking about what are we going to be doing, for the upcoming months. And, whenever we had Bluegrass on Ballard, they were expecting 15 to 20,000 people to be coming just downtown. Linda and I didn't see you come into Herman Marshall, but we were open the whole time. But, it was a great time to get to meet a lot of new people. But further than, what we're doing now is, we don't have a kitchen here. And one of the things for us was, how do we go and make sure we support the community, support the people around us? And we actually have QR codes on all of our tables, and you can come in, grab a seat, listen to live music, and order directly from those QR codes from Villa Vinci or Bold Barbecue or Frankie's or the cheesecake play or cheesesteak. We need a cheesecake place down here. But you can order from anywhere, and then they will walk it over to your table while you're sitting over here. So it's basically an extension of all of their restaurants while being downtown. So that's been the most fun part about this is, making sure we can support all and support each other. And really, there's never a moment where we're like, oh man, I need a cup of sugar, and somebody around will have one for you.
Yeah. That's awesome. And that's what I really hope that everybody, gets from the shows that we're doing is just, all the business owners that are in the Wylie area and, across the nation, we're just regular people that enjoy people and enjoy helping people. And, I think that, and not to get on the political soapbox, but so many people have been put into that, oh, they're a business owner, so they got to be that 1%er, right? And so, how we've demonized those 1% of people, and that's not necessarily the case for a lot of us. We're just regular people that this is what we chose to do as a career because it allows us, kind of like what Marley said before, the job she has now enabled her to develop a social circle as well as a professional circle. And I think, Master Networks, I'll go back to that. That's what I love about Master Networks is we're there to learn how to be better business professionals. But I've made some incredible friendships while being there. And I haven't been there as long as a lot of others have. So, all right, we're going to get into our topic now. And so I'm excited to talk about this. I'm excited to talk to Audrey about this. I'm going to ask her first, or unless my co-host Marissa and Marley want to go first. But I want to talk about the nonprofit side and how important it is to brand and be able to market that. What are some challenges, Audrey, that you've seen in the branding of what y'all do, and how do y'all do it?
Wow, that's a loaded question. There are always many challenges, but there's so many. So I got to go back because years ago, 30 years ago, I'm probably dating myself, but I worked for American National Bank and I did the marketing and public relations for them. And one of the biggest things that we did was we did fundraising for the Christian Care Center there in Wylie. And so I learned a lot of things from that, and also from Raymond Cooper. He's a jewel, and how he runs a nonprofit and works. And so I never knew 30 years later that, I would be running a nonprofit, and much less starting one. God put me in this place, and I just took it from there. And it was kind of a touch and go type of thing. You just learned as you went, because there wasn't really other than what I had learned, years ago. And so you just start putting things out there. We have a big Facebook presence. We are, on Instagram. We have a lot of ministries that we put out there. We partner with North Texas Food Bank. We have retail partners from that are associated through North Texas Food Bank that we partner with all over the Metroplex, actually. We get our diapers from Dallas. So we have a lot of partners, not to mention a lot of businesses in the area that partner with us, a lot of churches in the area that partner with us. And so it's just getting out there and meeting the people and being part of their story, and then they become part of our story.
That is awesome. And yeah, I would guess that it's very important that, we talk a lot in the professional world about being relational versus transactional. Would assume that in the nonprofit segment, you have to be relational. You have to develop those ongoing relationships, because it's not a one-off buy, sell something, trade something here or there. You guys are constantly having to restock. And so I would assume that that's one of the things that you do really, really well is, just like with Marley, develop these relationships, let the people you develop them with become that extension of your marketing and branding strategy. Right. So, because word of mouth is, people have to know about us or we can't help. Right.
Right, absolutely.
Ryan, question for you. And Marley and Marissa, please jump in anytime you want to. But you mentioned that you bought Herman Marshall, bought into Herman Marshall. It was in Garland. Have you changed any branding strategies from what they were doing to what you do now? And if so, what is it, and why did you change?
Yeah, we've done a lot. I mean, in terms of just the overall change, because the thing that we acquired, not to get too like businessy and everything, but was just the actual shelf space and the ability to go out in the market and say a name that somebody already knows. It wasn't like we wanted to go start up a brand new brand or anything like that. It was, all right, people know the name Herman Marshall if they've been in, spirits world, restaurants, bars, or anything like that. But when we went out, we started looking at, okay, what's the bottle look like? What are we trying to project out there into the community? And the biggest thing that we thought that was missing from really the entire brand was the experience. And with that it was down in Garland. It was between a rock manufacturer and an aquarium builder. So not exactly where you would say is, man, I want a great experience to go taste some whiskey or just go hang out. You wouldn't want to go drive down there at night. So we really wanted to build up that experience. And you mentioned it. Yes, we have a product that you go out on that is sitting on a shelf, but we're out there trying to build the relationships and build that where somebody has a connection with our bourbon or our whiskey, to where it's like, man, this was really a lot of fun going out to the tasting room. It just will automatically make you feel like, man, I like this a little bit more. So that's been the biggest thing. We've changed the labels. We've, gone away from a square bottle to a round bottle, and we've gotten rid of the black labels and changed to a little bit more of a rustic label. But I think the biggest thing for us is making sure that there's a really great experience tied to the name Herman Marshall or the bourbon or whatever you're buying out there in the market. So whenever you go to a restaurant, now you look up there and you're connecting that experience and those people. Not me, it's not the connection with me. I'm here, but we have 20 something people, that are all representing Herman Marshall in this community. And those are the ones that we're really trying to make sure are getting out and talking to everyone around here, as well as, seeing those same faces sitting in the tasting room.
Well, and you mentioned it before, but the fact that you've got the QR code and you're promoting other businesses, you're that brand ambassador for those food service companies within the Wylie area, and that goes a lot towards establishing that know, like, and trust factor and your own brand as well. People appreciate that. I mean, I think sometimes it goes unnoticed when we are shining the spotlight on other people and how impactful that can be. A question for all of you now. What are some common mistakes you think other business professionals are making when they're going about developing their own personal brand? And Ryan, I want to go back. You made another good point, so I want to put this in so y'all can think about it. A lot of time our personal brand is not about us being the face of the business, but maybe all of our employees, especially when it's a service-oriented business and everybody's out in front of everybody. So, like Marissa said, her employees want to treat that house like it's their own because they are the face of the business for the 3 days they're there or longer. So I'm going to start with Marissa on this one. I'm going to put her on the spot. She's going first. Marissa, what do you see? And you don't have to you don't have to give names. We're not bashing anybody. This is not a negative thing, but what do you see that other people are doing sometimes, and maybe then that they're not getting the traction that they need? What is it that they may need to do differently?
Honestly, I stress this a lot. So when we went into business, we didn't have the franchise backing. We didn't have the marketing textbook that said do ABC and you're going to get D. And so in the beginning, it was really hard not to focus on our competition. And you have to develop a mindset of they're not necessarily competition, but they're somebody that you can link arms with and grow with. So over the last 2 years, because the end of this month will be 2 years in business for us, which I'm super excited about.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So over the last 2 years, both my husband and I have shifted our mindsets to, I guess, a positive growth mindset. So when you look at your competition as competition, you're going to lose, sadly. But when you look at them as a valuable asset, somebody that you can turn to and say, hey, look, during all the winter storms, we just had 2 freezes, end of December, end of December, end of January of this year. And I had to call restoration companies that I know. And I'm like, hey, I have customers on my list. They really need somebody, but I literally, I physically cannot do this. And so it was great to have that partnership and somebody that I could trust to send my customers to, because they know Marissa with Page Restoration is referring me to so-and-so and she trusts them. So I should too. So I think it's just having that positive growth mindset when branding yourself, not to just step outside of everybody, with your hands on your hips and not really willing to learn from everybody else. Because I've always been told it's lonely at the top. So take everybody with you. So you don't want to step on people on your way up. So I just think it's that mindset to have, and never looking at your competition as competition and really utilizing them. I just went to lunch with one of them. He owns a restoration business in Rockwall, and we do a lot of work in Rockwall. And it was great because I was able to go and talk to him and ask him about his authorization form and just these small things that you really want to know, but you're afraid to ask. And so it was just, it's eye-opening. And so anytime our guys see his guys around, we always give each other crap. Why are you in my area? It's so much fun, but it's not there is so much to go around that I could not fathom having that mindset. And it's not that I had that in the beginning. I didn't know how to articulate it and view other people. You're very guarded. You want to protect what you're building, what you have.
Sure.
So,
well, let me ask this, and anybody can chime in on this one. I see this a lot in other industries and I see it on social media, it kind of gets really bad, where they're in the same industry and they're having this battle back and forth of who's the best. And it's not that friendly banter. This is, well, you guys suck because, and I mean, it kind of gets dirty and icky, right? And to me, that devalues the whole industry when the professionals in that industry are infighting publicly. And I think that it increases your value as an industry and makes people respect the industry more when they see everybody playing together in the sandbox. Anybody want to comment on that or chime in on that?
Well,
go.
You can go.
No, really for me, when talking about competition and everything, really, we all see it, especially in the Texas bourbon, the Texas whiskey world. It's very nice because anybody will call each other up and we're all willing to go have a sit down and just hear about what the learnings are. Hey, here's how I made mistakes. Here's some of the mistakes that I made, don't do these, or here's a way that actually works that we didn't think would work. So I think utilizing those people that are around you, it's going to be a lot more friendly for the most part. And you can find those people that are out there that know more than you And as long as you kind of really continue on with that lifelong learner mindset versus, the I know it all, I think that's been the biggest thing for us, especially being new into the industry, being able to just to go out and have those conversations.
And I think I thought about the quote that I've seen go around several times. It says something about people at the bottom are competing, people at the top are collaborating. So I'm kind of in the opposite position of Marissa, where I come the marketing is provided and we have a brand. And so personal branding wasn't something I got into until 2 or 3 years into my business, because I was given it all. And so, but what I've learned is that people are not purchasing from me because they love the product. They're purchasing from me because they know, like, and trust me. Exactly. And so establishing myself as a business leader and changing my mindset and focusing on enrichment and growth has really made a difference for me in my business, and developing a personal brand that sets me apart from the other consultants in the company. And I think that, because they could go shop from anyone else that's a Norwex consultant, but what's going to draw them in to shop with me? And it's those relationships. So everything really is a very relationship business.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to need to take we're a little bit behind on our last and final break. We're going to take that break. And then when we come back, we're going to let Audrey and Ryan again talk a little bit about their business. And we'll talk about how people can help Five Loaves, where they can contact them. But everybody stick around. We'll be right back.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Jenny Connolly with TC Roofing and Restoration. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays. The Power of Advertising. Lynn Heverly with Coldwell Banker Apex, guiding you home with heart and expertise. Caitlin Fiesel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your home and office is a diamond. Let's get it out of the dust. Dallas Jones with Rementis, bringing your memories and technology back to life. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. And by Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference.
And now back to the show.
Again, we want to thank our sponsors. Couldn't do it without you. Also, want to give a quick shout out to Juan Payon and Lynn Heverly, who have commented this morning on the show. They're both on different shows for Wylie, and excited that they got to tune in today and share a little bit. Juan says the Dry County blended bourbon is the best. So I'm gonna have to give that a shot. So Ryan, you and I will meet in person very soon. I can promise. So, all right, real quick, we've got about 7 minutes left before this is over. It always goes a lot faster than we want it to. I'm going to start with Audrey first. Audrey, obviously we all know that, you guys are dependent on everybody else's generosity and support. And so tell everybody, again, I know you've gone over it, but let's go over a little bit about what all that the needs are for Five Loaves, and then how people can get in touch with you and or your organization to pitch in and help.
Okay. Well, right now we are gearing up for a back to school bash. I know that Wylie ISD does a large one, and we are participating in that as well, their back to school program. But we do ours for our children that come here to the pantry, which is all over Collin and Dallas County. We'll have last year we had 400 children. We don't know yet because the applications aren't back in how many we're going to have, but we're anticipating that many as well. So we do backpacks, school supplies. This year we're going to do socks, underwear. We'll do toothbrushes, toothpaste. His Gracious Hands is going to be doing sports physicals for free. We're going to have pizza from Little Caesars. We have a awesome event sponsor is the Richardson Methodist Hospital Center there. And so we have a food sponsor, Life Community Enrichment, and so we have a lot of partners. And I love the fact that um, your slogan is, together we can make a difference, because ours is also, because together we can make a difference. And I love the fact that we're able to partner with so many different organizations. And a lot of people are like, well, we don't do it for the advertisement. I love that, but we want to give you that shout out anyway, because you deserve it.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely. Well, I want to tell you now that, of course, you saw the What's Up Wiley segment. So anytime that there's anything that Five Loaves is doing or needing, if you want to reach out to Marley or anybody else and just say, hey, could you mention this on the show? We're happy to do it. We're happy to help in any way we
awesome.
can.
Thank you.
Sure. Absolutely. All right, Ryan, tell everybody anything you hadn't got to share with them yet that they may need to know, and where you're located. And
Yeah, no, just I guess to further, what we're doing just with the community, we're partnering with Lendon Winery, just for some of those bourbon people, whiskey people out there, and we have a few of our barrels that are going over there, but we've been using some of their barrels, and so here in the next 30 days, we're going to be releasing some literally single barrel Lendon Winery. Finished single malts, bourbons, and whiskeys. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We always have, trivia on Thursdays. We're starting poker back up on Tuesdays, live music on Fridays and Saturdays. So really just a fun place to just come hang out, and you don't have to drink. If you don't want to drink, you can come have a Dr. Pepper and enjoy. So we just kind of want to welcome everyone. And really just, we love being a part of this Wylie community and everything, and how they've welcomed us. We were a little worried about that, being, kind of one of the first of our kind to come into a town. But it's been incredibly welcoming. And, if there's ever, anything, same with Audrey, especially, it's like, we're going to be doing some stuff, because you started talking about coffee for a purpose, and that perked my ears up. So, doing some of these things that we can all work together, and, a rising tide really does float all boats.
Exactly. Marley, we've got about 3 minutes left, so you'll get about a minute. I want you to tell everybody a little bit more, about how to get in touch with you, and anything you want to talk about with Master Networks, and then we'll finish up with Marissa.
Well, I have an online group for my customers where I offer tips, tricks, and hacks of how to tackle those unwanted spaces in your home that might need attention, that are dirty, or but my biggest asset is doing those events and networking, getting to know my customers and their friends, and building those relationships. And so I'm always open to do events. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. And I just wanted to let Audrey know too that this group here that's doing the Community Difference radio and the Wylie Master Networks group, we've got about $325 we're going to be sending over to sponsor for the kids going back to school. So we're excited about that, and excited, and thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Yeah, we do want to thank everybody with the Community Difference-Wylie that did contribute to that. Marley got this going. Marley, thank you so much for doing that and even thinking about it. That was awesome. So we want to help. We want to be part of that tide, Ryan.
Amen.
All right, Marissa, finish this up here.
Yes. So my information is down below. I would say come see me, but I mean, I do have an office. You can pop in whenever and hang out with me. But I did want to say our Wylie Master Networks group has moved its location, and this Thursday we'll be at Herman Marshall. So I'm super excited. And that's going to be an ongoing thing. That'll be our new location. So I would really love for everybody to come out and network with us and get to know us. We're all great people, business owners trying to kind of escape the craziness of day-to-day ownership. So I really appreciate everybody.
All right. I appreciate everybody being on. Ryan, Audrey, thank you so much for sharing your stories, sharing information about your business. Again, Audrey, if there's anything we can do, you just reach out to any one of us that you know, or Marley, and let us know. We'll be happy to announce it, and hopefully keep the visibility going for you, Ryan. Excited to be part of Master Networks, coming to your place now. Still downtown, but that's going to be pretty fun. We're looking forward to that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Again, 50,000 viewers in 6 weeks. That's incredible. We want to keep growing. So make sure you like, share, follow, comment, all those crazy things you have to do on social media, because it really helps us with Facebook and YouTube to make sure that more people get to see the show. So again, thanks for being here, and we'll see you on the Thursday show.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.